Hello and welcome to another portable radio review. Today we will be reviewing the Retekess PR15 mini AM FM weatherband radio. I got this radio for $11.82 from eBay. It was actually on sale. Originally it was around 13 bucks, but if you get lucky on Amazon or eBay, you can get a good model. Today I'm using my Sony Handycam to record this because the iPhone 8 can be a hassle, and plus hopefully I'm going to start using this camera more often to take videos because there is more good luck in that factor. So let's go over the way the radio is. This is very tiny. This is a little bit taller than a deck of cards, but definitely tinier than any other portable radio you could find on the market today. We'll just go over the overview. This is a AM FM weatherband, and we'll do AM later this evening because the good news is here in New York we're going to have a nice, cool evening to enjoy. Very odd for this time of the year to be in the 60s for a nighttime low on August 19th. But it is going to feel like summer next week. It's supposed to get near 90 a couple days next week here in the Big Apple. Just take a look at this. I did try 87.7. I was able to do the sound test on that. So I won't be doing that on this video like I did with the Radio Shack model. There is going to be one more radio review, hopefully later this year. I'm going to get a Midland radio that I'm going to keep in my room. And then the Radio Shack one's going to stay downstairs, so that way I have access to NOAA weather radio throughout my house. That would be very good, because I want to have NOAA wherever I need to be, because the tropics are acting up. We're supposed to have 2 storms forming in the Atlantic. Laura is forming right now. They think it has a 90% chance of forming. There's Marco. The NHC, as of 6 p.m., thinks it's going to be an 80% chance of forming. And then there's another system that's forming on the west coast of Africa. So the tropics are going crazy. I figured now was the time to purchase a radio, especially with after what happened with Isaias, and I have more rechargeable AAA batteries for this, but I'm going to keep the batteries all good. But whenever I need to go, I just turn this little thing on, and yeah, I'm all good. And I know this will be one of the 2 radios I take out with me in public. The other is my TIV DO, so that way I can mess around with the FM band in public, because the AM's not really the best on that one, but the AM on this is superb. I had a little bit of testing off camera, and this little handy guy, I even did it at night off camera when I first got it the first night, and let me tell you, this guy is clearly amazing. So this is the box that it came in, and mention, ironic, I'm actually filming this today on the day of my friend's sister's birthday, so I just realized today's a special day filming this video. Look at that. Special occasions. Okay, so look at this tiny little manual it comes with. So I'll organize that when we're done later. Old school bubble wrap. Love that. And I want to mention the radio is from China. See here. But the good thing with this from China is it's super cheap. A lot of American sellers on eBay are taking advantage of it. I will say, and I've always told people this, that medical supplies should always be made in the U.S. Should not come from overseas, because let's hope we never have a pandemic again and they have to come from overseas. Like electronics, that's a different story. You know, if the FC does its own thing, because this is approved by the FC, as you can see here, but yeah, it looks like it's from Shenzhen, China. Let me focus the camera here. Yeah, definitely this handy cam's doing a whole lot better than my iPhone 8 is. I will say that. And you can clearly tell that this is just a superb radio with the DSP tuning. It feels like you're almost tuning a digital tuner in a way. That's how amazing this radio is. So again, if I didn't go on to AM, AM is superb. At night, it does the job well. Distant AM stations come in very well. Some of them do. I had one little problem picking up a station out Long Island, but AM 600 WICC comes in very good with this. So that's very good on that. So we are going to do our sound test shortly. Once again, there is a song that gets me demonetized every time I play it on my mix, but I don't care because it's just a superb song and I want to play it. I won't say which one it is, but what we'll do right now is I just want to give you a look at the NOAA weather radio. So, trying to get the antenna up. Hang on here. I'm trying to get the antenna up. Because when you don't have the antenna up on the NOAA band, I noticed that it does, in theory, have an issue. So let's just try to pick up KWO 35 here in New York City.
5 to 15 knots. Becoming southwest 5 to 10 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Saturday, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots.
There's a lot of electronics in this room that makes the radio
Seas 3 to 4
act
feet.
up.
Saturday night, southwest
So,
winds 10 to 15
there's
knots.
that.
Diminishing to 5 to 10 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet.
But I will tune it to FM
Sunday, west.
to prove a point here.
The predecessor was forced to
So,
step down
here
amid
is
sweeping
our
anti-government
public radio
protests
affiliate.
against lack of services and corruption,
shrink the
and
antenna
he
down.
wasn't exactly a shoo-in because
So this is a good
Parliament had
example to
rejected
use
two
before we do
previous
the,
candidates, but he had
music
the
test,
negotiating skills
because, you know,
and the support
NPR is a
to
whole different
actually
story.
win them over,
This is
do the job,
WNYC
and he's
93.9
meant to be a transitional
FM.
prime minister, really, meant to pave the way for
This comes in clear as a
but
bell,
with all the reforms
because
that he's
I'm literally
promised, if he succeeds,
10 miles away
some of them
from the Empire
very
State
well be
Building,
one of
from where I am
the
right
most
now.
important post-war prime
And
ministers at the end
a lot of my
the
friends are
day.
jealous
So
that even
what's
from
on
my
the agenda
window
for
here,
this week?
this window,
Pretty much
I can't
everything.
actually see the Empire
Economics,
State Building at
business
night. So I'm
deals, culture,
that's
educational
been like the
ties, but
most positive
the
thing
big
I've
ticket
had
item
during this
is
whole
the
pandemic
future
is just
of the US
seeing
military in
the
Iraq.
Empire State.
Now,
But
a lot of Iraqi
my station's
parties
coming
and
very well.
militias, particularly Iran-backed ones,
sure, you have your people to complain in rural areas. Oh, my stations don't come in very well. That's a big problem for me. Well,
it has there still, particularly
this
since they're
does
being
get
attacked
stations in
regularly
pretty
by
well
Iraq-backed
that are
militias.
distance.
And
And I have
since
tried
has diminished,
uh,
they've also had
98.3
quite a lot of problems ever since
WKJY
that
from
US
Long
drone
Island.
strike killed
That comes in well
Iranian
because that's a
commander
semi-distant
Qasem
station.
Soleimani and some senior
It's about 10,
Iraqi
20 miles
security
away from
officials,
me,
and that's
but it does
increased
come in
the
very
pressure
well.
quite a bit on the Prime Minister to get
But
US
for
troops out of
locals,
the
what
country.
I've noticed
Well, tell us
when
what
I
it
have
is
the antenna
the
down,
president
like
wants
most of
to
the
be
normal
doing
music
some
stations I
military
listen to,
Iraq.
they actually come in very well without the antenna. Especially because, again, I'm in an urban area, technically. I'm only, again, 10 miles away from the Empire State Building. So, I'm going to set the FM transmitter up, and we're going to listen to Randomness Radio very shortly, so stay tuned. Randomness Radio time. Let's see how this does with music. Yeah, I noticed the speaker isn't the best for FM when it comes to those high bass songs. Like, you'll notice it. But it's coming in very well, that red light. As you can see right here, that's the red light that indicates that it works. And maybe on your end you'll notice that it sounds different, a little bit louder, but on my end, it's a little weak sounding radio, but again, it gets the job done. It's not obnoxious as like a loud stereo system, which is a good sign. little bass that comes in. So this is the song that I noticed that the sound is different. And I had to tune down the computer audio so that way it would help me out, I guess. I have the transmitter on my desk, which is good. Sounded much better on the Radio Shack one.
Trust me, something in the bed just above me, something like a dream state. You call it a clean break. Do you feel the vibes, baby? Do you feel the
Yep, there's a big bass drop, but again, not as powerful as my Sony, or not as even as powerful as the Sony radio with my ICF P26 model. And even the Tip Dio has a better speaker for FM than this. But again, this gets the job done. Especially when I want to listen to WFAN on 101.9. Once again, homage to 105.9 WQXR here in New York City. Always have to give them the plug. But for FM talk, this gets the job done. Like, if you're listening to NPR, or maybe some markets have big talk shows that, you know, don't really work out for an AM station to be in, or sports talk. I mean, this is good for this. It's good for that purpose. But for music, I can't really say. I can't really say on that, and maybe I have to listen to more mainstream radio to get an idea of that. Probably when I'm off camera. But again, I can't complain. You get what you pay for your $12. Alright, there goes the sound test on FM. I love it more on AM when you go up and down this dial and you notice the DSP really works better on there. So, we will do the AM test when it gets dark, so I have to wait for sundown. But one last thing I want to mention. This does take 2 AAA batteries, so obviously tiny radio, you're going to get tiny batteries. As you can see here, little energizer. But also, I want to mention you have the wrist strap here. This does not act like an FM antenna. Some people think it does, but no. The FM antenna is this little thing over here, and then you have your volume, headphone jack, your FM antenna. The AM antenna is in the radio. Most portables have that. I'd be surprised if any portable on the market had a separate AM antenna. Because I'm thinking, if you need a separate AM antenna, you need a home stereo system. Like I used to see back in the late 90s and early 2000s. So, once again, I gotta wait for it to get dark, and we will do the AM test. Once again, I really am hoping to pick up a lot of stations. I will get the Sony organized later tonight, so that way I can have that ready. Also, I'm charging the camera right now, as you can see, with this complicated mess up of all the things that are disorganized in this room, but what can you do under these circumstances, right? So, next up will be the AM test. Okay, so it is almost 1 a.m. on the 20th, so now we're going to take a look and see what we can pick up tonight on AM. So let's make sure we're on AM. We're on AM, so let's see what we can pick up tonight. First, we're going to try AM 550 WGR from Buffalo. I have the Sony right here. So I'll see if I can pick that up. Sounds like we are picking it up on the Sony tonight. What about the Retekess? Sounds like I am distantly picking up WGR from Buffalo tonight. So that's very good. I'm sorry if the camera's going to be a little bit out, but I got an idea to, keep it stable, I guess. See, I wish I could do it this way, but I guess not. I'll have to go on the fly, I guess. Opposite hand's always key. So again, WGR AM 550 from Buffalo, New York. Too far for me. So I'm assuming we're going to pick up AM 570. I forget the call letters.
It's when a person actually worse. They don't receive.
Yeah, I'm noticing that's 570. AM 560. I've never gotten this station before. That's very odd.
Sending you.
Yeah, WMCA. That's the call letter.
It's subtitled Pinpointing. And
WMCA.
I want to really
AM
encourage
570.
you
Okay.
to consider looking at the arena of chaplaincy, which is
Now
marvelous.
here's AM 580.
Is wonderful.
Sounds like 590 on here. Because again, with the DSP, it's very hard to make out with it. Wow. WIP from Philadelphia, AM 610. We rarely get this station in New York at night. We rarely do. This is one of those rare nights. The Retekess is doing a great job tonight picking this up, apparently.
Janae and Golden Jr. Weekdays at 4 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio, your smart speaker, or wherever you stream your audio. I'm Pablo Torres, host of the podcast ESPN Daily. Every week.
Yeah, see if I move it on here. Does a whole lot better.
Today on ESPN Daily, after recovering from a devastating leg injury, quarterback Alex Smith has finally been cleared to
the odd
play.
thing is, I think this is
Stefania Bell joins the show to discuss
the
how
old
Scott
WIP from Philadelphia.
describe wherever
Maybe they just changed to ESPN, because I remember they moved to an FM station in Philadelphia.
Matt says when two great things come
What
together,
time is it right
they make
now?
something even greater.
Yeah, 12:59. So I want to keep this on here for a second and try to get the call letters from Philadelphia, because this is huge, everyone. I've never been able to get the station in New York.
It's as simple as that. ESPN Fantasy Football.
Let me move it back here.
Insights provided by IBM Watson. Sign up now at ESPN.com/fantasyfootball.
Live from the 555 building in the city of brotherly love, this is WGDL AM Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. We are 610 ESPN.
This is Sports Center.
Oh, okay.
Hello there, I'm Mark Robbins. A couple of days ago, some thought San Diego's Fernando Tatis Jr. broke an unwritten baseball rule, swinging at a 3-0 pitch up big against the Rangers. He wound up hitting a grand slam. Well, Wednesday night, nobody's questioning this swing from the Padres' Manny Machado.
Now Montero, who's ready to go again.
I'm going to listen to this a little bit before we change it.
Rush, ball going, ball long gone, grand slam. Manny Machado. How about that for the first walk-off this year? Here you go then, boys.
Man, the walk-off gives San Diego a 6-3 victory.
That's very funny with the whole Fernando Tatis Jr. situation. So here's AM 620.
And where hell is
It's WSCL, I think. I forget the call letters.
I will restore to you all of and afternoon when the Yankees look to salvage the series finale. Well, the Mets made it hard on themselves, but
Look
they
at this.
get another win. They
The
beat the Marlins
DSP
for the
is
third
so
straight
strong,
night,
it
5-3.
went right to
Jacob DeGrom
WFAN
did his
on
thing,
660.
6 shutout innings left with a 1-run lead.
Yeah, you gotta be very slow with this tuner.
With a dramatic
See,
two-out,
this is a really
two-run
sensitive
homer
tuner,
in the
folks.
top
Like, you
of the
gotta be
ninth.
careful with this.
Felt good, especially because I had been hitting the ball out of the yard very much.
Yeah, see, 670, the score's trying to come in, but again, you have Class A station like WFAN that's interfering with it.
On Thursday night, everything's a final now.
Something's trying to come through on AM 690, but... Now again, can't get WLW because again, with WOR interfering,
But the new order doesn't
Coming
make
up.
for the many cancellations over the past 6 months as the ongoing pandemic
yeah, see,
stalled the
this is
travel
WOR,
industry.
so that
Shares have
interferes.
fallen nearly 48% this year. Brian Shug, NBC News Radio.
The news is sponsored by Compassion International. We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19, but for kids in poverty around B393.
Yeah, AM 730. I don't know what this one is. Yeah, Caribbean music. Getting copyright.
It's a lot of responsibility owning a dog.
Yeah, here is WABC.
77 WABC. Bernie and Sid in the morning.
Remember when he was waxing nostalgic about his mom?
He's in a hurry. I mean,
Ordered to evacuate from their homes Wednesday.
Wonder what station this is. Let's keep it on here.
Some lightning triggered wildfires there and destroyed at least 50 structures. Arkansas's governor, attorney general, and a bipartisan group of state lawmakers unveiling proposed hate crime legislation would increase jail time by 20% for crimes motivated by race, ethnicity, or sexual orientation. If enacted, it would leave Wyoming and South Carolina as the only states without Portland protesters will face some time in federal prison.
In the site of nightly, often violent protest following the death of George Floyd. It's also been the site of countless clashes with police. Now a Portland protester is
facing federal charges after allegedly attacking a U.S. Marshal with a baseball
so this is
bat
AM
during a July
810.
riot outside of a federal courthouse. The Marshal was hit in the back, neck, and shoulder. Protester Dakota Ray Horton is now charged with 1 count of assaulting a federal officer. Tom Graham, Fox News. I'm Jack Callahan. This is Fox News.
This is so odd. I've never gotten this one in before, but it's coming in very clear.
Mostly sunny on Friday, high 83. Saturday, partly sunny, high 87. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm Andy Robb on News Radio 810 and 103.1 WGY.
Okay, so that's WGY. I have my phone here. I can quickly look it up. So I'll quickly put the call letters here. WGY. It's a new blog. You're gonna have to definitely put that there. Sounds like this is from Albany. Because the odd thing is, our public radio affiliate. Yeah, here's AM 820. It's coming in very bad tonight.
Concentrating and ringing in your ears.
See, here's WNYC.
Welcome to Newsday on the BBC World Service.
I hear music on AM 840, but again.
Rock throwing spree in Manhattan is under arrest again. That's coming up in 3.
So you're going to need to know. Mayor de Blasio to delay the start of in-person classes.
Last week alone, 40,000 families opted for.
Okay, so that's WCBS 880 AM.
Rolled out his own school safety plan. Students have been kicked out of the dorm. Yukon party students crowded together, no masks.
Stay connected with WCBS 880.
Wake up and text.
Hey, can we just all agree that McDonald's, of all the drive-thrus, I think McDonald's coffee is now the best of the drive-thru coffees.
Time. Text and listen to this.
Is that safe to agree? Or do you have a vote for somebody else?
There we go. AM 900 CHML from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada.
I was greatly
So, wow, two new stations I've logged in tonight.
Yeah, the McDee's is alright.
Thank goodness I picked tonight, because I knew it was going to be... I knew the ionosphere was going to be in my favor tonight with the clear skies we were supposed to get tonight. So I always say to myself, 1 a.m. is the best time to always log this. And WPAT...
To overseas taxes and said, look, we'll do the best we can to get you going and to get your...
WMYM, AM 970, The Answer.
This man who was listening to our show only on the computer from Shanghai, China, which is, I don't know how many by airplane, probably about 20
I think that
hours away.
AM 990.
Flying here.
Speakers Wednesday night including Senator Elizabeth Warren and former
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a message from the head of the New York City Teachers Union.
The Teachers Union is preparing for a
WINS,
UFT
10
President
Wins,
Michael Mulgrew has put out a
News
plan
Radio.
that includes details about how to handle school supplies and procedures when in-classroom learning begins. Mulgrew says if those two elements are satisfactorily done, then everyone, teachers, other staff members, and students, must all be tested before school starts. He agrees that's almost an impossible thing to do, for everyone to have
Trying
an
to get
antibody test
WBZ
or a
on.
COVID test before school.
Okay, WBZ, AM 1030 from Boston, Massachusetts.
Rogers heard a similar case in 2013 in which she handed Apple a big
And I forget what AM 1080
on
is.
WBZ, Boston News Radio.
.80.
Thank you, New England, for supporting Music Drives Us. Since 2006, we have used the power of music to benefit communities throughout
Again, I'm going on the fly here, so that's WTIC, so I want to see if we can pick that up tonight as well. Because the magic is always 1080, 1090, 1100, and then 1110. I don't want to make this that long, because with the battery camera, that's a whole different story.
And they did open up a bank vault. And he looked at the Knicks and said, no.
AM 1050.
You can make more money here. The exchange rate, you can make...
415-8892 or go to NorristownCDJR.com and complete the entire transaction.
I'm an old school basketball.
Okay, we have a big important log tonight. We're barely picking it up, but this is KYW AM 1060. Yeah, always trying to pick up this station when I'm on the New Jersey Turnpike heading to Delmarva. Okay, WTIC.
Money. What are they going to do? Exactly. Next week, I want you to react to the conventions and
From Hartford, Connecticut.
the economy is going to affect the elections. Thanks a lot.
Move it over here, picks it up very well.
The county executive is using his platform
WBAL AM 1090.
to encourage people to request their ballots online. We talked about this a bunch.
Where the larva dies off quickly after
This is AM 1100 WTAM from Cleveland, Ohio.
publication.
WBT AM 1110 from North Carolina.
Drinking more than 2 cups of coffee a day, and it might help protect against deaths related to liver disease. How about that?
So I'm going to fast forward to AM 1210.
So much, Leanne, for that World News update. Let's get the sports news now. Joe Wilson and he's...
Originally they thought they were red, but they're
Here we go. AM 1110. The Big Talker. This used to be the flagship of the Philadelphia Phillies. I'm noticing a lot more stations are becoming picked up after 1130 lately, so I'll have to try to do that off camera and see what I picked up one of the nights. So I'm just gonna fast forward to AM 1500.
Would be
Okay, 1500 WFED, Washington D.C.
by the Dreamstime Corporation on sole source spare parts. Even though the contracting officer.
Raptors and why you love them or don't love them. My handle.
AM 1520 from Buffalo,
My friend
New
George
York.
Down from ESPN LA 710 told me about 45 minutes ago about how the NBA bubble has been unpredictable, but it's still going to lead to the inevitable. How will the Chargers?
Okay, so it sounds like KXEL from Iowa's coming in tonight. Trying to come in, but
Past few years, for example, for a man age 45.
alright, so overall, this is a good radio. You can even do some DXing with it. Just gotta be careful with the DSP tuner. That's what I like about this so much is the DSP tuner. So, would I recommend this radio? I would say yes. If you're in an emergency and need something to use to pick up local stations, I would say yes. Probably going to be without power for a while, and I did actually test the regular FM stations. On regular FM, it's not that bad. Maybe it was just my audio setup with my transmitter, but I did listen to a regular FM station I normally listen to, and this does get the job done. And again, you have your weather band, so that's an extra plus right there. So do I recommend this radio? 100% yes. You can find it under $20 on Amazon and eBay. Once again, this is the Retekess PR15 radio. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this review. Thank you all very much for watching. Till the next one, take care.